Here we go. Ready?
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. This defense for the Saints, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Here's 2nd and 8. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll drop to throw. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Bulldozes past him. And good power running, but he's still going to be about a yard short. They'll look to throw. Out left, Allison's got it. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Silva. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team has had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Second and 6. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Complete to Mooney on the slant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On first and 10, Silva. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Saints 7. Younghoe Koo, the kickoff for Atlanta.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Silva. And he rips that one incomplete there.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw, Silva. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing on first down. Silva. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw...
Touchdown, Falcons!
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays, here in the NFL... doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw. That was a long touchdown to the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Let's go. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Silva. And this one's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Off the play fake. Silva. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he comes back with one complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll start out here with the option left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Back to throw here. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Saints take over 1st down 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Silva. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. 51 yards. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Point after, up and good. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Addison, and he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this 1st half. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First down 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Off play action. Silva. This will be caught inside the 10. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the... There he goes, left side! The 30! 10! And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Travis Etienne in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. Throwing right, and that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, they've got to remember that they're not going to get it all back on one drive. But that being said, they also had to come out here in the third quarter with a sense of urgency and playmaking ability. And they showed it on that last play.
On first down, Silva. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Off the play fake. Silva. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off play action. Silva. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Kamara. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Silva. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. But now it's 3rd and goal. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. On 4th down, Silva. He's got it. Touchdown. Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. But he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. And they'll turn to Kamara. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Now back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 2nd and 14. They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, old momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Off the play fake. Silva. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. There's Chris Olave. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But
a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on second down, Silva. This is caught. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Now a give, right side. Smiley, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. They'll try and throw for it. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They'll run with Etienne. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. He'll drop to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches.
Here we go. Here we go.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. We're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive will take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They're going to look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll run on first down. Smiley.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Silva will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Off play action, Silva. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Silva out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now In this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run it again with Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. He's back to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And it is good! He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And Bourbon Street, it'll be a live tie. The Saints have won it.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Saints, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.